A severe thunderstorm watch is issued when weather conditions are favorable for the development of severe thunderstorms. If thunderstorms are expected to be of sufficient strength such that there is a significant risk that they may produce tornadoes, then a tornado watch is issued. A severe thunderstorm watch can also be upgraded to a tornado watch if conditions originally forecasted for limited to no tornadic development change to allow possible tornado formation. A watch must not be confused with a severe thunderstorm warning. A watch does not necessarily mean that severe weather is actually occurring, only that atmospheric conditions have created a significant risk for severe weather to occur. If severe weather actually does occur, a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning will be issued, and urgent action should be taken immediately. While a severe thunderstorm watch does not imply in its name the risk for tornadoes, the risk for tornadoes in such a scenario is not necessarily zero, as severe thunderstorms can and occasionally do spawn tornadoes even after only a severe thunderstorm watch has been issued. In the United States, the Storm Prediction Center issues watches for areas of the lower 48 states that are likely to produce tornadoes and/or severe thunderstorms. The local NWS forecast offices in Hawaii and Alaska issue their own severe thunderstorm and tornado watches. The terms blue box and yellow box refer to the assigned coloring used for watch box outlines used in Storm Prediction Center and National Weather Service product as well as by television broadcast media. The watch boxes are usually issued in the format of X miles north and south, or east and west, or either side of a line from Y miles direction of city, state, to Z miles another direction of another city, state. For example, 50 miles either side of a line from 10 miles northeast of Columbia, South Carolina to 15 miles south-southwest of Montgomery, Alabama. When displayed on a map, they are usually shown as either a blue or yellow outline, depending on the source. In addition, a list of all counties included in its area of responsibility is now issued by each local NWS forecast office for each watch. In the event that a severe thunderstorm watch is likely to lead to very destructive winds or hail, enhanced wording with the words "particularly dangerous situation" can be added to the watch. This is rare with severe thunderstorm watches, since the tornado threat has to remain low enough to only warrant a severe thunderstorm watch, and a higher tornado threat would warrant a normal tornado watch despite the extreme wind or hail threat. It is far more common with tornado watches. Similar watches and warnings are issued by Environment Canada's Meteorological Service of Canada from their offices in Vancouver, Edmonton, Toronto, Montreal and Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Watch outline updates and status messages. Watch outline updates are relayed by the Storm Prediction Center, however it is the local National Weather Service weather forecast offices that decide what counties are included or excluded in the watch, via a conference call with the SPC. As a result, watch products will sometimes display counties inside the watch outline that are not included in the counties listed, and vice versa. However, the local weather forecast office will need to expand to add these counties into the watch. A watch status message works in a similar fashion. The SPC designates which areas it thinks where a threat still exists, and the NWS offices decide what counties to remove from the watch. If conditions are no longer favorable for tornadoes in the watch area, the severe thunderstorm watch may be cancelled outright. If no thunderstorm activity occurs or if thunderstorms that develop remain under severe criteria, this leads to a severe thunderstorm watch bust, which may also factor into the Storm Prediction Center's decision as to whether to cancel the watch. Example of a severe thunderstorm watch: the following severe thunderstorm watch was issued for a large portion of the path of the June 2012 North American derecho. Urgent, immediate broadcast requested, Severe Thunderstorm Watch number 436, NWS Storm Prediction Center Norman OK, 305 p.m. EDT Friday, June 29, 2012. The NWS Storm Prediction Center has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for portions of extreme southeast Indiana, extreme northern Kentucky, most of central and southern Ohio, central and northwest West Virginia. Effective this Friday afternoon and evening from 3:05 p.m. until 1:00 p.m. EDT. hail TO 2 inches in diameter, thunderstorm wind gusts TO 80 mph. And dangerous lightning are possible in these areas. The Severe Thunderstorm Watch area is approximately along and 80 statute miles north and south of a line from 35 miles west, northwest of Dayton, Ohio to 45 miles east of Parkersburg, West Virginia. For a complete depiction of the watch, see the Associated Watch Outline Update. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms in and close to the watch area. Persons in these areas should be on the lookout for threatening weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Severe thunderstorms can and occasionally do produce tornadoes. Other watch information continue. WW 435. Discussion. A developing MCS bow echo across Indiana is expected to move eastward through the afternoon, even at roughly 50 carats. The storm environment downstream features strong instability and sufficient deep layer flow shear to maintain an organized MCS. And there will be the potential for widespread damaging winds/some significant slash with this bowing system through this evening. Aviation. A few severe thunderstorms with hail surface and aloft, TO 2 inches. Extreme turbulence and surface wind gusts TO 70 knots. A few cumulonimbus with maximum tops TO 650. Mean storm, motion vector 29,050. Thompson. Example of severe thunderstorm watch with PDS. Urgent, immediate broadcast requested, Severe Thunderstorm Watch number 405, NWS Storm Prediction Center, Norman, OK, 8:40 p.m. CDT, Monday, May 30, 2011. The NWS Storm Prediction Center has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for portions of parts of northwest Iowa, parts of central Kansas, much of eastern Nebraska, small part of southeastern South Dakota. Effective this Monday night and Tuesday morning from 8:40 p.m. until 2:00 a.m. CDT. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Widespread damaging winds, wind gusts TO 90 miles per hour likely, scattered large hail, isolated hail TO 1.5 inches in diameter possible, isolated tornadoes. The Severe Thunderstorm Watch area is approximately along and 75 statute miles east and west of a line from 35 miles northwest of Sioux City, Iowa to 50 miles south-southeast of Russell, Kansas. For a complete depiction of the watch, see the Associated Watch Outline Update. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms in and close to the watch area. Persons in these areas should be on the lookout for threatening weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Severe thunderstorms can and occasionally do produce tornadoes. Other watch information continue. WW 402. WW 403. Discussion. Intense squall line has developed NS across central NEB and continues to develop SWD as it moves EWD. Very strong President Rise-Fall couplet is driving the line EWD with the forcing from large-scale trough rotating across the NRN Central Plains, providing both shear and upward motion to result in potential for very damaging winds. In addition, brief tornadoes are still possible, but damaging winds now are the dominant threat. Aviation. A few severe thunderstorms with hail surface and aloft, TO 1.5 inches. Extreme turbulence and surface wind gusts TO 80 knots. A few cumulonimbus with maximum tops TO 550. Mean storm, motion vector 23,040. HALES. Example of a watch outline update. Bulletin, immediate broadcast requested, severe thunderstorm watch outline update for WS 271, NWS Storm Prediction Center, Norman, OK, 11:35 a.m. EDT, Sunday, June 2, 2013. Severe Thunderstorm Watch 271 is in effect until 8:00 p.m. EDT, for the following locations: CTC 003-005-03000. CT. Connecticut counties included are Hartford, Litchfield, MAC 003-011-013-015-017-027-03000. MA. Massachusetts counties included are Berkshire, Franklin, Hampton, Hampshire, Middlesex, Worcester. MEC 003-005-007-011-021-025-031-031-03000. ME. Main counties included are Androscoggin, Aroostook, Cumberland, Franklin, Kennebec, Oxford, Penobscot, Piscataqui, Somerset, York. NHC 001-003-005-007-009-015-017-019-03000. NH. New Hampshire counties included are Bulknut, Carroll, Cheshire, Coos, Grafton, Hillsborough, Merrimack, Rockingham, Strafford, Sullivan. NYC 001-021-002-031-093-091-093-095-111-113-115-03000. NY. New York counties included are Albany, Clinton, Columbia, Dutchess, Essex, Fulton, Greene, Montgomery, Rensselaer, Saratoga, Schenectady, Shorey, Ulster, Warren, Washington. VTC 001-003-005-007-009-013-015-025-027-027-03000. VT. Vermont counties included are Addison, Bennington, Caledonia, Chittenden, Essex, Franklin, Grand Isle, Lemoyle, Orange, Orleans, Rutland, Washington, Windham, Windsor. ATTNWFO. BOX. BTV. ALY. GYX. CAR. References. External links: Meteorological Service of Canada, current U.S. watches.